we're doing the fourth root of 81 cubed. What's the fourth root of 81? It's 3. If you don't know it, just go 9 times 9 is 81. 3, 3, 3, 3. I need 4 3s, which there are there. So that gives me 3 cubed. 3 cubed is 27. All right? Is that okay? All right. Just remember, if you're doing a to the m over n, that is the nth root of a to the power of m. The denominator of the fraction tells you your index number. I only want you to do number 1, please. All right, peoples. Last thing. It'll be short. So, if I have, let's just look at 4 to the negative 1 that I wrote up in the corner here. Okay? Is that the same as this? Same value. Is that the same? Yes, because 0 minus 1 is negative 1. All right. If you are subtracting the exponents, that means you are doing what with the bases? If you're subtracting the exponents, you are doing what with the bases? Yes, you're dividing. So that means this. Does everybody agree with that? Does that make sense to everybody so far? Okay, what's anything to the 0 power? 1, right? So the top becomes 1. Therefore, those are the same thing. Okay? If you have a negative exponent, it means that basically you flip it and you put it into the denominator, and the exponent becomes positive. All right? That's what you need to remember. Yep. How do you get a negative fraction? We'll deal with that in a second.
Wait, but you didn't really, you mean like, you didn't really like flip it.
Well, this could be like 4 over 1, right?
It doesn't have to be 1.
No, like I could write the 4 as.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Like that?
Yeah, now I get it.
So you're right. I didn't really flip it. I just kind of put it down. All right. So if you have a negative exponent, first thing is whatever has the negative exponent goes to the denominator. Okay? And then that exponent becomes positive. All right? So if I gave you, let's make one up here. 3 to the negative 2. What does that become? No. 1 over 3 squared. Okay? Whatever has the negative exponent is put in the denominator. All right? Put a 1 over top. Unless it's already a fraction. So that would be 1/9. But if I had, I'll just do one more. 5 to the negative 3. What does 5 to the negative 3 become? 1 over 5 cubed. Okay? If you have a fraction, so if I have 2 over 3 to the negative 2, flip the whole fraction. Okay? So this will be 3 over 2, and the exponent becomes positive. All you gotta do is flip it. And that makes the exponent positive. Okay? The exponent doesn't flip, it becomes positive. So if I gave you, let's look at C here. 27 to the negative 2/3. So as soon as you see a negative exponent, forget that it's a fractional exponent right now, it's negative. Where does the 27 go? underneath. So I get your first step is it's 1 over 27 to what power? You don't flip it. Yeah, so it's just 2 over 3. Okay? That's your first step. Then you look at it and you go, okay, now I have a fractional exponent. What do fractional exponents mean? The radical. So fractional exponent means you have a radical. What is my index number of this radical? 3 of 27, and it's all squared. What's the cube root of 27? Anybody know? 3. And then it's squared. What's 3 squared? 1/9. Okay? As soon as you see the negative exponent, flip whatever it is you're dealing with to make the exponent positive. So let's do 16. What does this become? Or sorry, D, I guess I should say. What does this become to make the exponent positive? Okay, so 1 over 16 to the power of 3/4. Exponent is now positive. Then you go, okay, I got a fractional exponent. What's my index number? 4. So that becomes 1 over the 4th root of 16 to the power of 3. Anybody know what the 4th root of 16 is? 2. And then it's 2 cubed, which is 8. So it's 1/8. Okay, so 16 to the negative 3 over 4 is equal to 1/8. All right? I think I'm just going to give you a couple questions. We'll stop there. All I want you to do is number 2, A to H. A to H. Sometimes if you're combining these things, you want to you're going to write it like this because you can't combine them. Like in calculus, this is easier to deal with than this. You always want to write it as an exponent. But for right now, it seems